360 photos. I might even demonstrate one live. I'll see what I can find. This is a 360 photo. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it? That particular photo looks like a very long, elongated sort of style of photography. It's hard to work out, actually, when you look at it. And as a result, we cannot just email a 360 photo. Please find attached a 360 photo for you to check out. Doesn't work, right? What you need to do is you need to put it into a 360 viewer for it to all make sense. And I'm going to use one, there's quite a few of these, but the GoPro VR player is a free 360-degree VR player that you can just drag a photo into it. Let's do it. So I'll grab that same photo and I will drag it in and release. And now look at it. Looks a bit different. But watch happens when I move my mouse. So I'm now spinning around with my mouse. I'm looking down, up, around and around. And this particular photo was taken with this camera. So this is a 360 camera. It's one of my favourite ones. I've got quite a few of these now. But this one in particular takes a damn good shot. It actually takes an 8K photo, if any are into this sort of level of thinking. So I can't even see how good the photo is yet. I'm future-proofing when I take photos when the world will catch up. We're viewing 4K on TVs now. You might have seen some 6 and 8K TVs starting to come out. But the resolution on this puppy is beautiful. But here's the other thing. It takes a 360 3D photo, which gives me even more immersive feeling. Things have got depth. So if you're in a forest and you kind of lean, the tree kind of looks like it's got shadows, you know, it's incredible. But look, this set me back 5K, you know, and it's a lot of money to spend on a 360 camera, but I earn a bit of a living from it, so I need to have the best equipment. I'm going to be showing you some other equipment that you don't need to spend $5,000 on, starting with your very own phone. So your phone has the ability to take a 360 photo and then we can drop it into GoPro VR player or we can upload it to the web and people can view it on something like Facebook, for example. So why don't we do that? Why don't we get a little bit practical? We're all sort of that style of background. Grab your phones out. I'm going to share mine up on the screen. But if you could download an app called Google Street View. Google Street View, not Google Maps. Google Street View. Right-hand corner, you're going to see a little button. It's an orange little button, and it'll have a picture of a phone. If this is the first time you have used this app, there will be a little bit of questions they ask you. Can the app access your phone? Can it access your location? I would probably recommend your location. I would accept it for this particular app. But when you click on the camera, it'll ask you to click the camera again, and then you should see an orange dot with a white circle. Now, if you watched me, I can't really show you on the big screen here, unfortunately, yet, but all you have to do is line that dot up, that orange dot in the white circle, and it should take a photo. And then you need to move to the right or left, doesn't really matter, and it'll start taking numerous shots. I can see some of you are doing this automatically, it's great. And I want you to take a 360 photo, but can anyone tell me what the difference might be if you're taking a 360 photo? What else do we need to do? Up and down, thank you. So you'll need to move up as well. Now you'll be taking around about 20 to 30 photos, and eventually the tick down the bottom will go green. Eventually the tick down the bottom will go green. Now for those that have got all the way around, your tick down the bottom might be green. You have to tick the tick. Once you tick that little green dot, your little Google bot or your little man comes out and starts piecing together your 360 for you. And then when it's done, you get a bit of an explosion like that. Find it under private. There's like explore, profile, private running along the top. And then you just tap the thumbnail. And you should be able to spin your phone, and you should be able to move it around with your finger.
That's cool.
Now I moved place, hence why mine's a bit weird. I think I started here and finished there, I can't remember now. But look, it does a pretty good job, and if you stay in the same position, obviously it'll work a lot better than that. Now what I'll get you to do is tap on the image, and then in the top right hand corner, click on that little round circle. It looks like a compass. Give that a little tap. Now when I move my phone, all right, you're starting to get there, aren't you? And we haven't spent a cent yet. And then finally, if you tap on that little, looks like a tape from those people in the 80s, 70s, but if not, it's the VR logo for those that are used to seeing that now. But if you tap that, it'll have a little white arrow. You have to put your phone pointing down towards which way the arrow goes. The iPhone is buggy at the moment and it's not working. Mine just goes black. Did anyone's work?
Yeah.
You want what? Is that an Android? Yeah, can I just borrow it? It's going to be very hard to show because this is an Android app. Be patient because this stopped working about a week and a half ago, so it'll work again. But for those that can see, it'll split it into two little views of your image. Now, what do we need to do with that? What do you think I need to do with two little round circles? Headset. Okay, yours is doing it? Yeah, thank you for that. Oh, yours is working? So that is it. That's the final step. You have to put it into a VR headset. Now this one here is known as Google Cardboard, and they've been around for 5 years or so. If you haven't seen them, they literally are cardboard, and you push them out. I got this one I did with AWI, and you open it up, you flip out the wings and flip it over, and then it looks, oh that's a bit better, and then it looks like those old Viewmasters we used to use, and then you just whack your phone in here. Learn about wool. And so then I can look at the photo as though I'm standing in the paddock. Though I'm standing near the creek. So you can actually immerse the people that you're trying to communicate. You can put them in the position on where you want them to stand. So these were about $11 to get produced and branded. I had to buy 100. All right, so as a little gimmicky giveaway, maybe that's of value. And then there's something like this one. This is probably a step up. Some of you may already have one of these, but you just open up the front. It's got a little suction cap for your phone, and then you just bang. And then the lenses on here are a little bit better, and the quality of the image will then be better, and the experience. And I mean, how much are we buying them for, Gavin, approximately? How much are these?
12 bucks or 20 bucks.
What? Yeah, he's right. They're $15. So I gave you the link in your workbook where I buy mine. It's in the bottom of the page where it says buy headsets. So I get it from a little Chinese guy up in Sydney. You know, he's a great little dude. He gets me all my gear. But either way, I've never met him. It's Tristan is his name. But this is his website. And look, they're on sale for $15. So it's sort of a no-brainer. To experiment tomorrow is going to cost you $0 if you just want to look at it on your phone. Or if you want to step it up just a little bit more, $15. And it doesn't require the internet. That photo is on your phone. But if you want to use that photo on Facebook, then you have to get it out of the app. It's currently locked in the Google Street View app. So in your app, under Settings, go into Street View and click on the 3 little lines in the corner, and then you'll be able to see Settings. And then where it says Save to Camera Roll, some of it may already be turned on. I think it's mainly the iPhones that have to do this step. I think the Android is already... Yeah, perfect. So under Settings, whoops. Settings, you need to have Save to Album on your phone switched on. And then you can use that image in other apps, not just in Google Street View. Now just some little tips on how to use the app effectively. First of all, you can't stand too close to a tree or a fence or something. Give yourself some space. Give it about 2 meters. All right, so if I was to take this photo here, this would kind of be the ideal spot to stand. Even that chair is a fraction close. Hold your elbows close. Don't sort of do this with your phone. Just be quite systematic with your approach. Another thing you can do is just say you didn't want to show that little girl's face. You can just hold your thumb over her face and then it adds a blur. Pretty cool. Alright, so I can add a blur and then when it gets, when we use it, it gets blurred up on the web. Now finally, just say we take the best photo of X in our community. It could be, you know, a new parkland that's just been opened up. Well, all you need to do is publish this to Google Maps. So if I wanted to, I could pick on that photo that we just took. I think it's this one here. And it says, where is it? Is that one there? Apple, that's where we are. Pick a map listing. Well, watch this. I'll click on pick a map listing. It'll know where I'm standing. And then where are we? Are we at the Best Western, this one, aren't we? So if I wanted to, I could check this one, which I will. And now it's pinned this 360 photo to the Google listing of this venue. And then, well, we can take it a step further. If we wanted to, we could go onto Google Maps. Julia Creek Caravan Park. And then I come down over here, I can see that there's 285 photos. But if I happen to click on this one, you can see in 2008, I just quickly added this photo for the caravan park. Because you can see it's got my name there, Tim Gentle. So I would have taken a photo, I would have added it to Google Maps, and I would have pumped it up, right? But what happens when I click on my profile, Tim Gentle? You'll see here that I've got 1,015 places that I've pinned over the last few years. And when I scroll through it, you can go back and you can visit your 360 photos. So this allows you to update your profile as well. So you could actually set up a Google account for you or your organization and start to upload 360 photos of your region. And then you could just quickly, if I wanted to go to this one, Spooner's Lookout, that'll do. I'll just click on it, I'll zoom in, and bang, there I am. Oh yeah, that's at the Three Sisters. One more trick for those that are keeping up, those 3 dots in the right hand corner, look at this. I can share or embed. And I know some of you know how to do that. So you can grab the link and you could paste that in an email to say, hey, check out the 360 pano. Or some of you are even at this level. You can embed that map. Just like you embed a YouTube video on your WordPress website, you can embed this 360-degree photo on your website as well. Embedding is just putting another website in a website. And so I can spin it around, and all you have to do is just grab that little bit of code there. Or give it to your webmaster and say, can you please embed this 360 photo? But maybe you want to create a better communication tool than just embedding a 360 photo from Google Maps. A really clever website is round.me. It's in your notes, it's the last line in your handout. But for example, I just did a sugar terminal up in Mackay. I took the 360 photos. I can zoom around and look at the photos. In fact, this one I put up in my drone. There's the drone. And it's got a photo, but does everyone notice these portals? Look at that. And if I wanted to, I could click on a portal and I can go down inside another room. See? And I'm joining these together now as a virtual tour. Now just say I wanted to highlight this particular piece of technology or equipment. What I can do is I can drag an eye over the top and release. And then I can give it a title. This is a hydraulic, I don't even know how to spell it. This is a pump. And I can also do a link to a YouTube video, .com/how-to-use, or a PDF, or I can embed a photo, or I can embed sound objects, whatever you want to do to enhance the experience. And so now I've got a hyperlink. When I go back to viewing, it'll come up, I click it, and then I click on this link now, and it opens up YouTube, how to use. It's just, I was making that up, right? But you get the technique. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the 360 photo that I took with my phone, or with a 360 camera. I'm uploading it to Round Me. I'm creating portals. Say, for example, out this way was this particular area. All you have to do is just drag. All you have to do is just drag it up and drop it. Save portal. And so you can start to stitch these things together into an experience. For those that are keeping up, what we can also do is we can come up here and click on those 3 buttons again and look at this. Share and embed. So right now we have the embed code, of which you're already using on your website to embed your YouTube videos. You can embed 360 virtual tours as well. Round Me also comes with an app. So if you wanted to, you could use the Round Me app on your phone. You could bring up the virtual tour that you've created. You could put your phone into the carry case, and then you could go and, by clicking on this little button at the bottom, You can go through doors, you can click on information sites, and you've basically created a virtual tour. How much is Round Me? Free. So these tools aren't thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're not rocket science if you know how to use them. So I'm hoping that that's stirred up a bit of imagination when it comes to using 360 photos.